SEC approved a 10-game conference-only football schedule for the fall that begins on September 26th. The SEC title game is scheduled for December 19th in Atlanta. A revised schedule will be announced at a later date on who is playing whom and where. There are some big games that we'll miss out on both at the beginning and the end of the season. Texas, LSU, Auburn, North Carolina, those two were great matchups on September 12th. The rivalry week won't look the same either as Florida, Florida State, Clemson, South Carolina, and Georgia Tech are now all off the books. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey on the Paul Feinbaum Show just moments ago.
Want to set a start date, and that's really the point of emphasis, and it follows our return to campus. And over the last 2 weeks of August, we're going to have tens of thousands of people back on our campuses and our locales. We're going to be re-engaging in education. It will be different as we live in this COVID environment, and we need to make sure that happens and happens well. And our athletics programs operate in the context of our universities. Despite what some may write from time to time, that is absolutely our reality. And this decision is a recognition of that reality, wanting to make sure we welcome people back, that whatever learning and change has to happen around our campuses takes place in a great way, and that will allow us to play the football season.
Heather Dinich now joins us with much more on the SEC's announcement. Heather, how did the SEC's plan to play a 10-game conference-only schedule come together, including the late September start?
Well, a lot of this has to do with providing the maximum amount of flexibility to adjust, if need be, on the fly during the season to whatever the pandemic might throw at the SEC in terms of disruptions. And they thought that this was the best way to get a full season in and do it safely while accounting for some wiggle room to adjust to the pandemic. But also, as you heard Greg Sankey say, to give some time for campuses to react to the student body coming back.
Heather, this news comes a day after the ACC announced their plans for an 11-game schedule with 10 conference games. So what impact could this announcement have for the ACC's plans?
I don't expect any knee-jerk reaction from the ACC off of this. Syracuse Athletic Director John Wildhack said on a Zoom call that he does not expect the ACC to change its format because of the SEC's announcement. I was told that the ACC was very deliberate and thoughtful and purposeful in the way that it made its announcement and brought that schedule together, so I don't expect any changes in spite of losing those rivalry games.
Yeah, so we've got for the Power Five in the books with a decision. We're also now awaiting the announcement from the Big 12. How do you expect today's development to influence that decision?
Well, I think they'll be presented 4 to 5 different schedule models on Monday. The university presidents will meet in that conference. I've been told by one source that there is support from the athletic directors for a 9-conference game plus 1 model. Who knows what will happen when the presidents sit down. But Big 12 Commissioner Bob Bowlesby told me that they will be armed with all the information they need on Monday to make a decision if that is their wish.
Also news coming from the NCAA today. The sideline area will be extended by 20 yards and only one captain from each team will take part in the coin toss. That just means we're talking football one step closer. Fingers crossed. Heather, thank you.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.